Hey everybody, welcome to the dugcast. And it looks like we got Rozzy Lee here in the chat. He says, first, hail Doug. That's right, hail me. I am your new cheeser. And we've also got Sam there in the chat. What's up, Sam? Glad you guys could join me this morning. I got some news to talk about. It's not really anything important. It's just kind of some goofy stuff. Rozzy says he loves the intro. You like the song? Someday I'll get really good at running all this stuff, and it'll play the little video and everything. But for now, we're just gonna have this. So let's get into the news here. We got some really awesome stuff to look at. Got to share this for you so you can see this garbage. Here we go. The new female Thor may be the strongest thunder god yet. I'm not even going to read this. I just wanted to pull this up and go, who cares? Not reading it. This book will last like 3 days and it'll be done. Nobody cares. Bye. So yeah, that's it. That's all with that. That's all I got to say about that. But here we go. Here's from comicbook.com. Former Disney artist designs perfect X-Men MCU debut. So there's supposed to be a picture there. I don't know why it's not showing up. But anyways, they're talking about Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige previously indicated that X-Men as a group wouldn't reach the MCU for a very long time. So, that's kind of goofy to me. They own it. They need to go ahead and put it out there. It'll be a while. It's all just the beginning and the 5-year plan that we've been working on. We were working on before any of that was set. Feige told IO9, referencing Disney's $71.3 billion acquisition of Fox in March. So really, it's much more for us, less about specifics of when and where the X-Men will appear right now, and more just the comfort factor and how nice it is that they're home, that they're back. But it'll be a very long time, and that's stupid. I think it's stupid anyways. I want to see more X-Men movies. They have, like, Wolverine is one of my all-time favorite characters, so they need to use it. And I know Rozzy loves Cyclops, so why not start using these characters? After name-dropping mutants during the Marvel Studios Phase 4 unveiling at San Diego Comic-Con in July, Feige told IGN the Disney-owned studio's approach to the X-Men franchise will be quite different than what's been done before. Now wielding full creative control over the X-Men, Deadpool, and the Fantastic Four properties, Marvel is free to brainstorm and plan out its freshly acquired properties. Every development meeting starts with cool ideas and fun ideas, and our wheels are always turning in terms of what if, to use a Marvel publishing term. What if we did this? What if we did that? What if we had access to such and such characters? Feige previously told Fandango when explaining the development process for these new properties. That's how Spider-Man Homecoming came together in the first place. And it's fun now to be in this position with the Fox characters too, because if we come up with a great what if, we can actually do it. and that's pretty cool. So they can actually adapt some stories and bring in some X Men characters. I wouldn't be surprised if they introduce a few X Men characters in their other movies before ever doing X Men. Much like Spider Man and Black Panther, supporting roles in Captain America Civil War that blossomed into full fledged solo movies, Feige said it was possible characters belonging to the X Men family could appear outside an actual X Men movie. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. So, that's pretty cool. Says, oftentimes it just comes down to a specific character in a specific story and a specific way to introduce them, Feige said. So sometimes, like Spider Man and Black Panther, that made sense. Then other times with characters like Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Thor, Doctor Strange, Ant Man, it's fun to introduce them in their own movies first. So it says films planned for Marvel for Phase 4 include the Scarlett Johansson led Black Widow, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, uh, partnering Benedict Cumberbatch's Sorcerer Supreme was Olsen's Scarlet Witch, Thor: Love and Thunder, reuniting Chris Hemsworth and co-star Natalie Portman, and new hopeful franchise starters The Eternals and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Television projects include The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, What If, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, all upcoming series for the Disney Plus streaming whatnot. So yeah, there's that. I would like to see him introduce some Batman. Yeah, Risey said I saw that article. It is totally a joke. All this stuff is a joke. I mean, says why I don't care about the movies anymore. I went and saw Spider-Man: Homecoming just because it was Spider-Man. But really, as far as being excited for these movies, I can't really get excited for them anymore. I don't really like what they're doing. There's so many great stories and stuff that they could just adapt and do a live version that half these people haven't read. All the fans would love it, and everybody else would love it. I don't know why they don't do it. We've got Ashen Jackal in the chat. Glad to see you here, buddy. And also, we've got Dave. What's up, Dave? Dave says they should do a ROM movie. I remember seeing all the old ROM comic books, but I've never read any. They looked cool. I might have to pick some of those up. We got another little bit of news here I know a lot of people were really happy about. DC reveals new Batman creative team. So, there's not going to be any more Tom King on here. So, a lot of people were happy about that. I've not read much Tom King Batman. I just know that, I've not been into Batman for a long time. That's all I'm going to talk about that. Back to the Marvel I hit the wrong one. The Marvel Universe thing. Rozzy says I was happy to leave after Endgame, even though it had no X Men. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Uh, I wouldn't care to see another Deadpool movie, but I don't really know how it's going to work under Fox. I thought those movies were fun. Even though to me they don't have to be like the comic books. They don't have to be exact representations, but they need to be good. They don't need to be a bunch of nonsense pushing like socio political idealism and whatnot on people. I just want to see some action. I just want to see a straight. I wish they would go back and make them like the '90s action movies, where it's just over the top and everything was exploding and all this fighting was going on constantly. I want to see a Marvel movie like that. And Deadpool to me, the first one was the closest thing we got to that. I didn't. I know. I know. Sam here in the chat hated Venom. I didn't hate Venom as a movie, but as a Spider-Man tie-in, it was lame like that, and some of the computer animation was just super cheesy. But it was at least it was like just action. It wasn't like just terrible, just boring bull mess. And here we go. Sam says, "Endgame was just that, the end of all the hype I'll feel for an MC movie ever again." I agree. I just don't think I really don't know how Marvel's going to get that magic back. I don't know about you guys, but a few years ago when they started doing these, I was so excited. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this. I can't wait. I saw Captain America, and I love Captain America, and I loved it. You know, I love the character, but I love the movie. And I remember seeing the Avengers and all that. But like he said, man, Endgame is the end. How are they gonna how are they gonna build on that? We saw Captain Marvel, and there's rumors that they wanted to build the universe around Captain Marvel. Now that Spider Man's kind of out of the picture, Captain Marvel was like probably one of the, I put it on the bottom of the list of Marvel movies. It's not a terrible movie, but I didn't think it was that great. If it would have came out around the same time as the first Iron Man movie, it'd have been different because there hasn't been tons and tons of superhero movies since then. But to me, it was so much like a Phase One movie, and we're way past that now. Comic book movies need to be great, and something that nobody ever brings up anymore that was mind blowing back before a lot of these were the Watchmen movie was awesome. To me, that nailed what a comic book adaptation should be. I know they changed a few things, but man, I think they made it better. I absolutely love that movie. I think it still holds up. I think it's to me it's gonna go down as one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. And that also makes me want to now. Before I get into this, I did. I liked Man of Steel all right. To me, Zack Snyder wasn't the right guy for Man of Steel. Zack Snyder was the right guy for Watchmen. He seems like probably the right guy for Batman, but he's not the right guy for Superman. Which Man of Steel was okay. I like it. I'll watch it. Russell Crowe was the best part about that movie. But that still, I would have liked to seen his vision for Justice League instead of the Marvel comic guy going over there and making a movie that's not near as good that tried to be a Marvel movie. And Justice League is okay. I mean, it's not bad, but like it goes back to the same thing. If it had come out 10 years ago, everybody would have loved it. But at the point in time we're in now, it just doesn't cut it. Rozzy there in the chat, Watchmen, still the best comic movie. And then he says, V was awesome. V for Vendetta, dude. I forget about that one. That one is amazing as well. That was such a good movie. It was a really good comic book movie. And Sam here in the chat says the Watchmen movie is what drew me back to collecting comics again. So I owe it that. And it's a pretty good movie too. Yeah, I remember when the movie was coming out, I'd heard about Watchmen my whole life and I'd never read it. So I was like, before I go and see this movie, I'm going to read this. So I bought the graphic novel, the whole collection, and sat and read it, and it blew me away. I loved how there was the different things going on, but you'd go through and you had the main story, then it had the little comic book stand guy had his story, then there was parts from the novel that the original Night Owl had written. And I wish they could have put more of that in the movie, but the book was just great, and the movie was a really good representation of the best parts of that. And I don't care what anybody says, that little dude that played Rorschach was amazing. He absolutely nailed that. He looked like Rorschach, and everything I thought Rorschach would be like, the dude nailed it. He was so good. Rozzy says, link me, Doug. I won't swear. Well, the thing is, Rozzy, I was probably going to get off here. I only do a 15, 20-minute stream. But if you want to pop on for a few minutes, I can try to send you the link. Because I've still got a headache. Yesterday, I didn't do my stream. I'm sorry, guys. I had a migraine all day. Spent half the day in the bed, another half throwing up. And I got up and went to work last night. And I still have a headache today. But I'm not puking, so that's always a plus. Just throwing up is lame. Oh, wow, what a Sorry, guys. Like I said, I got a headache. I'm still kind of woozy here. But Legends of the Lone Wolf on Indiegogo, we finally hit 150 backers, and that's awesome. And I appreciate everybody back that. I can't wait. Pages are still coming in. We're getting stuff ready to go. We're hoping to have it printing here. Well, maybe the second week of October, if things go the way we want. Uh, the Kickstarter, we still need some help on our Kickstarter. We're a little we're a little lacking there. I'll go ahead and share the screen on that. So if you haven't backed, go check out the Kickstarter. Um, we got 8 days to go. We're 293. We got 10 backers, and all this is, you're getting the same book, but you're getting the Brad Ashworth cover. And Brad did this cover for us for free. You're getting the 110 page book, so you don't even have to hit some of the stretch goals. And I like this cover. It was colored by at Vegas Day Real on Twitter. He's colored issue 1, and he's coloring issue 2's cover for me right now, because we're going to show that off, and going to start promoting that book. Jameson's already got pencils for several pages done, so we hope to have issue 2 out before long. I'm still putting together the indie grab bag thing. We got a couple guys interested. I don't know how that's going to go, but what I'm thinking is five indie comics for $25 shipped. That's going to be, if they're all at least 20 pages. That's 100. That's 100 pages for $25 shipped to you. And most books are 22 to 24 pages, so you'll get extra pages. You'll get 5 indie books, a bunch of extras. We'll throw in some posters and some stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that. Risey, I'll get you on tomorrow, bud, if you're up. I'm going to end the stream. Like I said, I'm still kind of under the weather. I just wanted to not miss 2 days in a row and get out of the habit of trying to get a stream. But still have the contest going. If you share out my channel, try to get some subscribers, and tag me in the post, then you could win Wolverton Comics issue 1 and 2. So do that. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate everything y'all do, sharing the Legends of Lone Wolf, back in Lone Wolf. You guys are the best. I'm glad to know you. But I'll talk at you later. Have a good one.